Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are doing great and happy festive season. I hope we are resting and we are enjoying with our families. Christmas comes once a year. My name is Miss V. For people who have not seen me before or people who don't know me, I am a clinical facilitator by profession and I am representing Home Life Care Company. Today, I felt it good to make one last video for the year for our YouTube channel. So if you don't get a full version of this video, you can go to our our YouTube channel, and then the video will be there. We usually do these videos, or I usually do these videos, randomly, just to address the frequent questions that I'm getting from the public. First of all, I want to answer, who are we? So Home Life Care Company is a local training provider. We're based in Pretoria. Our head office is in Eastras, in Villages. We've got a tiny little gem here, a tiny little hidden training center. And then what we do there is we offer home-based care training. So we are a private training provider. We are not government funded. Our vision also is not going the government funding route. If it's one country, you know that it's going to have a lot of different people who have a desire to empower themselves, people who are waiting for the government to do something, or people who are waiting for someone to do something for them. So as a training provider, we are a CIPC registered company and we are a PTY Ltd, meaning we are a private limited company. So what it means is we are not given any subsidies, we are not given any loans from anywhere. We run the training center with the funds that we get from our learners. Our printing is paid for privately. We print text materials, we do salaries for our trainers, we pay for rentals for our training venues, the logistics, the cost of everything. It comes from the company. So we are not a government funded place, because I often get questions whereby people will be asking me, why are you charging for your training? So we are not government funded and we cater to a variety of audience. If you look at this country alone, we have got a lot of private schools, be it tertiary, be it secondary. We have got a lot of private schools. So anyone can choose where they want. If you want to go to a government school, you are so welcome. If you feel you want to go to a private school, you are so welcome as well. So that is the reason we cater for a lot of different people. But mostly we want people who take initiative and people who have taken it upon their hands to say, let me develop myself, let me get a training. So those are the kind of audience that we want to work with, people who are self-motivated. And obviously people who will afford it or who will be in a position to say, let me sacrifice for my growth, for my future. So that's, I hope the people who ask, why are you charging? I hope they are answered. And then what trainings do we offer as a training institution? So we concentrate on healthcare trainings, meaning we have got home-based care as our main training. And then everything else centers around home-based care. So we have home-based care, the 1-year program, which is QCTO accredited. It's called Home-Based Personal Care Worker. That's a 1-year program. We also have a short course, which is endorsed. That's our popular training. A short course that is endorsed by SIOSH. So it's an endorsed and verified training, which is 3 months. So it means you will be in class 3 months only. 1 month you will spend in class, and then 2 months you will spend out at practicals, and then automatically you are ready to work. I'll explain those trainings in detail in case anyone has questions. And then increasing our portfolio, we are currently waiting for our accreditation for the 6 months training, which we have not yet netted. We're waiting also for accreditation for another different 3 months health training, which also we are waiting for, I think in March or so, but we're not sure. QCTO holds all the cards. And then also we offer first aid levels 1, 2, and 3, all levels of first aid we give. We also have a facilitators training and that we offer as well. And then we offer HIV testing and counseling as a training as well, as a short course. All of these trainings are SAYOSH endorsed. And then I hope you guys are answered on what type of trainings that we give. And then the second question, the third question that I often get a lot is, will you get me a job? That's a very difficult question to answer. Most of the times when we do answer this question, a lot of people think that we are rude. Firstly, you cannot do something offering conditions. You can't say, will I do a training so that I can get a job? It doesn't work that way. Jobs are never going to come for you if you have got no experience. Jobs are never going to come to you if you do not look for them. Jobs are not going to come to you if you do not work on yourself. So it's important for you to work on yourself so that you are relevant. So this includes taking trainings, different ones. Say, for instance, you do home-based care. You don't stop there. You need to do a driver's license. You need to do computer classes so that you position yourself in a position whereby you can now get employment, or you can now be employable, or like I like to say, you can now be relevant. So if you are not trained in anything, you have never sat in a home-based care class, and you are busy watching from the sidelines and you are like, will they get me a job? Then that is incorrect. And as a personal opinion or a personal observation, I have been training students for the past 8 years or so, formally, and then for the past 12 years, informally. I can assure you and I can tell you that a lot of people that walk through our doors, some people you won't even employ them, or they won't employ themselves if they were you. Us as a training provider, what we do is we ensure we give you a quality training. We instill the right values in you. We place you in a place of practicals where the name of that place, if you put it on a CV, it opens up doors. But then it's not me, Ms. V, who goes in and does the practicals. It's not me who forms a relationship with the facility so that tomorrow when you want a reference, you can go there. So you find that we will give you a certificate that you have completed your training, but then are you ready to work? I'll give you guys an example. Just last night, there was a huge opportunity for people to be employed. And then I put it on our status on our company page that people who have been trained this year, can they come and can they inbox me, DM me? If I tell you, I think only 6 people reached out, but we have trained 300 people this year only. So 6 people came to my inbox, and then 2 really applied same time, because immediately I got a notification that I should send that company a reference letter so that these students can be taken in. So the jobs are there, but the workers are few. People who want to work, people who have got characteristics that they really want to grab opportunities, it's not a lot. So it's not enough to wish when you are at home saying that, you know what, I need a job. There are no jobs. Are you looking for a job? And then have you been trained also on how to tackle an interview? Have you been trained on how to approach jobs as well? Because what happens most of the times, I'll get people in my inbox who will say, hey, I need a job. Hey, I'm looking for a job. Is that how you approach a training provider? Hey, a training, even say you are not looking for a job, you are inquiring for a training for you to do something, to come and attend the class. The approach you do is not a hey. Some of us went to school old-fashioned way, you know. Long back, many moons ago, we were in secondary school. I remember when we were in secondary school, part of our life skills trainings. We were taught on how to send out applications, how to send out inquiries. We were taught that, the old-fashioned way where you used to type a letter or to write a letter. Even when you were looking for a school for you to go to secondary, say you are finishing primary, we used to say, "Dear sir or ma'am, my name is Mang Mang. I'm kindly requesting to know, or I need, what is there this?" You never started an inquiry saying, "Hey." So we get that a lot. I guess it's the world that as it is nowadays. Or sometimes you get a student on inquiry the first time, starting to fight with you on inquiry. They say a hi, then you say hi, you are through to admin. That's what our automated response sends. And then someone says, I would like to know about home-based care training. And then you forward them the information. And then they automatically send you a message, "Why should we pay for this thing?" So automatically you wonder, this person, is this the person who is going to come and sit in class and be taught by a lecturer or a facilitator or a RN, a registered nurse? Are they going to be taught anything? So, education is education. It requires you to be humble. It requires you to approach it as such. It requires you to approach it as an institution that is going to empower you and, take you to the next level of your life. So I hope you guys are answered on, will you get me a job? As we will offer you the training. And also another thing, or a flip side of home-based care that people do not know, which I notice a lot, is that people are under the assumption that we train people so that they get jobs. So this is not the intention. Home-based care is a training that anyone in the community can partake in if they want to be a valuable member of the society. It's very unfortunate that now it's all about, will I get money? What will I get if I do this? It's very unfortunate. You find that we're going to train people with a level of education. People with degrees come through our training center. People with diplomas, they come through our center. People who are teachers, they come through our center. Social workers, I've had the social worker 1 or 2 times coming to train home-based care because they want to take care of their parents when they grow old. And then our history is more in the Western Cape than Gauteng. Western Cape, you would find people who would just come for training, white people, black people, colored people, because they want to be empowered. So it's only Gauteng where you find, or where I encounter people saying, "What will I get? Will I get a job?" So it's very important to understand that this training, not only does it develop you as an individual, it also empowers you to be able to react to emergency scenarios and to have an understanding of yourself even. People who have come to class can testify to this. So, yes, so we train people not only for jobs, we train people for taking care of the communities. We train leaders of NPOs, NGOs, who want to be certified, who want to work with the community, who want to take care better of their families, or who want to take better care of themselves. So getting a job is just a bonus that comes with it as well if you do want to work. So the training is not designed only for, will it get me a job? Us as a training provider, that is not our vision, that we train people to get jobs. So that would be incorrect. It is right for an individual to ask that, will I get a job? But us as a training provider, that is not what we stand for. We are there as training providers to empower people. Then I meet a lot of people who think caregiving is beneath them. There are a lot of people who are like that. They think that caregiving, this training, cleaning old people. But if I tell you how many people that I encounter who are so beneath caregiving, it's a lot. You wonder, this person, they were undermining this career, but they can't even, do simple activities. It's a lot. So it's very incorrect to approach something that is meant to empower you under the assumption that you are above it. Caregiving is a whole training, and it's a lot of work, and it's clinical through and through. There is no way at one point it doesn't become clinical, because you get to deal with procedures, you get to work with you get to do urine tests to be able to read them. You get to do blood pressures to be able to interpret them. You get to do glucochecks to be able to control someone's diabetes, to inject insulin, all of those things. So it's clinical through and through. So it's not a training to be taken lightly. So this is important to always remember, that you might be sitting at home thinking, caregiving is beneath me. It's a very wide profession, very rewarding, and it empowers you to an extent that you will not understand, especially if you choose it and if it's for you. And then another question that I'm often asked about is, do we graduate? So graduation, like I said, we are a private company. As a class, if the class on the ground decides that they want to graduate, we don't stop it, we plan it. But then the catch is the graduation has to be paid for. So you cannot say, will I graduate, when you're not willing to pay for the money for gown hire. You're not willing to pay for anything, for the photos or anything. We're not funded. And even if we were funded, a little bit of the things you were supposed to do for yourself. So graduation, yes, we have graduations. Who pays for it? The student. If you require, yes. It's not compulsory. It's not forced for you to graduate. And then I just want to explain on the home-based care types that we have, so that people can have clarity. If it's a QCT or full qualification, it is not us, the training provider, that accredits that certifies the student. So when you enroll with us, what we do is we take your names to QCTO, enroll you in their database, and then we train you the 1 year for the training. And then at the end of the training, you sit down for an external exam, which is given by HWSETA. So there's no shortcutting to this thing, because I often get questions, people saying, "Guy, can I change my certificates?" You cannot change certificates unless you are doing it in a fraudulent manner, of which us as a training provider, we are a very ethical company. I personally am very ethical. I'll not take shortcuts, because education is important to me, even personally. So QCTO will make you sit down for an exam. It will take you about 1 year, 6 months to get your certificates, which you get from them as well. And if I say 1 year, 6 months, it's not definite. Sometimes it can take you 2 years to get the certification. That is up to QCTO and how they do their things. So us, 1 year, you will be in class. After a year, when you've completed, when you are ready, we will book you for an ASA exam at a venue we are allocated, and then you go and you sit, and then after that, everything is QCTO's hands. They are the ones who, with the quality partners with HWSETA, they are the ones who accredit. And then for this program, mathematics is required. And then the 3 months training is meant for people who have got responsibilities and want to work immediately. Because what it does is, you sit, we have, that is SIOSH endorsed. So we have a legally binding trademark policy with SIOSH, which allows us as a training provider to certify you. So it means immediately when you finish, the day you finish your training, your certificates are available, and then you just collect, and then you are done, and then you look for a job. So this is how it works. So it's only 3 months. Those are the accreditations we have, the accreditation and the endorsement. Accreditation and accredited courses, you wait for QCTO, they certify you, and then us will just be telling you, you will check, are the certificates ready? No. Are the certificates, they will be informing you, but it takes you about 1 year, 6, 7 months for you to actually get your certificates. And then for the SIOSH program, it takes 3 months, and then you have your what? You have your results, your statement of results, and you are ready to work. So it's not only us as a training institution that offer short courses, it's almost all colleges. Some colleges even offer the short courses with no endorsement whatsoever. You just come, you sit, they give you the training, they give you a certificate which they have, which has got a stamp. But us, we are SAYOSH endorsed. SAYOSH is a very prominent, large, and relevant endorsing body, a verifying body. So you can research them if you want. And then, okay, do we graduate question? I hope it's answered. And then, if we have got any questions, we are free to ask Ms. V. Ms. V will be here to answer some questions, or you can send them. How does registrations work at Home Life Care? So our registrations, what we do, we have got a Facebook page, and we have got our WhatsApp status. If you are on all these platforms, it's easy for you to see the dates for the next training classes. Like now, for January, all registrations are open at all venues. We have a few seats left, so you start by inquiring. Hi, information on home-based care training. We will ask you which training venue you want to attend, because we have got Venda, we have got Hammanskraal, and then we have Mamelodi, and we have head office for Eastras. So it's important for us to know which venue you are attending, so that we can refer you to the relevant branch, or so that we can give you the correct information pertaining where you want to do your where you want to attend your classes. So this is why we ask you which venue do you want. And then also the volume of inquiries on our phones, it's a lot. Sometimes we will have our phones having 500-600 text messages. So please be patient when you are applying. It's not that no one wants to respond to you. And then also we have official an official info sheet which says the price list and everything, duration, price list. So you will find that when someone inquires, we send them this document, and then someone tells you that it's not opening. Nowadays, even class assignments are going to be in PDF format. They are going to be in Word format. So it's important to have a phone that has got an app that can open up documents. Then you read through the information. Everything is there, even payment plan, how you pay your fees, it is there. And we are a formal training provider. On the first day of class, you will do an orientation, a full one. You will sign for it that you did a full orientation. You will be given your training material, and there's a contract in there as well. Since we are a formal training provider, that contract is designed to protect our students and to protect us as a training center. So it's got everything from fees payment, exam irregularities, absenteeism, everything is addressed in there. So we're not a let's negotiate, I'm able to do this, I'm able to do this. No, we are a training provider, just like any other training provider out there. The only difference is we don't take large groups of students, because we want our students to remain people, not numbers. So we limit a lot the people that we take, so that we see our students succeeding from the day one we meet them until they complete their training. So I think that's the main difference between us and other training providers. And then, like I said, if we have got any other questions, we are free to ask. You can DM me if you have my number. If you don't, my number on WhatsApp is 079-228-2368. So that's my WhatsApp number for the company. So you can just ask any question that you want. And for calls, it's 069-652-0223. So those are our company numbers only. And then we will never ask for cash outside the school premises, because uniforms are paid for cash on the first day of training. That's when you pay for your uniforms. Apart from that, We will never ask to meet you at a mall. We will never ask to meet you anywhere in private. And then you will always come to the office. And right now, Hammanskraal office is closed, vendor office is closed. Mamelodi, we do not do registrations there in Mamelodi because the training center main campus is very close. It's in East Trust. So people who will attend in Mamelodi, you are welcome to come and register here in East Trust. This is for your safety, to avoid scammers. We don't want you to say, no, this person said, meet me at the mall, and then I paid. So we try to keep that under control by saying you come to the main training center. Our outside venues, like I said, Venda, Hammanskraal, they are all closed now for holidays. We go back into class when the year begins. And then also registrations for all those venues is still open and it's ongoing. So if you don't register saying, I want to see them when they come, I want to meet them, possibilities are January will be telling you that the classes are full, the January class and the following class, which I think will be March, early March. Those classes might be full. So it's important that if you want to register, you send us your documents, you send us everything, we print out here, you do your registration, you get added to a class group, because at the moment we are preparing, we're doing preparation for uniforms, we're doing preparation for golfers for class, preparation for the nurses' watches and the bags, and the blood pressure machines, stethoscopes, or whatever we are including in the bags for our 1-year program for the students. So we are busy with all of this. So if we are going to prep for you, the time is now for you to register. If you wait until January, we're not going to be able to accommodate you. And I see a lot of people getting angry when classes start, that, but I was talking to you. Yes, you were talking to me on WhatsApp, but you were not registering. So talking to me and saying, hi, I wish I can attend, that is not registering. Registering is ensuring that your documents are here with us by the office, and then also your registration fee is paid in, and then you are added to a class group. If you're getting an acceptance letter, it's also making sure that you got your acceptance letter. So guys, I think this is it from Miss V. These are the questions that I was getting a lot. So I think I've addressed all of them. And I just want to take this time to say a huge thank you to everyone who has been supporting us through the year. The students we have trained, I've seen a lot of success stories. It even gets me emotional just to think about it. Our students are respected. Our students are looked for. I don't know how many clients approach me and say, Ms. V, do you have a carer for us? Your carers are different. So well done to everyone who trained this year. May the Lord bless you, open doors for you, and richly make you prosperous, give you all the desires of your heart. And may you continue with the teaching that Ms. V gave you in class, that we should always go after our dreams. We should never stop developing ourselves from strength to strength, one day at a time, changing our lives. So thank you so much, everyone who is watching or who watched this video to the end. A Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year we wish you. Have a great day further.